Hello, my name's Gary and you're joining me in the picturesque medieval building of Barley Hall, located in the centre of York. We're currently in the pantry and today I'm going to teach you how to make a medieval rustic cob. You're going to need 250 grams of rye flour, 220 grams of spelt flour, 125 millilitres of a thick beer. This is roughly 4% or more alcohol content. And you're also going to need 250 millilitres of warm water. That's important, has to be warm. And you're also going to need another 60 millilitres of warm water with 4 grams of fast activating yeast added to it. Take your jug filled with 60 millilitres of warm water and you want to add your 4 grams of fast activating yeast to it. Take your dry ingredients and you're going to put them in a large bowl. In this bowl, you're going to add your beer, add your water and fast activating yeast mixture. You're then going to add your water and then you want to start mixing up the slurry. The mixture is going to be fairly wet and it's going to be very sticky. You want to just keep stirring it until you've got a nice uniform feel to it all. Once you're done mixing your slurry and all of it's incorporated, you need to take a cloth or a tea towel, run it under a tap with nice warm water, and you want to lay it over the top of your mixing bowl. This will give the yeast some time to work and you'll see the mixture rise overnight. Once you've let your mixture rise overnight, you want to add in your very last ingredient. It's half a tablespoon of salt. Add it to the mixture before folding it out onto a nice clean table that's floured before you start the kneading process. Once you've got a nice round ball, you want to put it back in your mixing bowl and you want to cover it again and leave it for a few hours. After you've let the dough rise, tip it out onto a nice clean surface that's floured. Work the dough and really get those air bubbles out. Then split it in two and form a nice neat ball. This ball will form the basis of what your bread's going to look like. So it needs to be roughly 6 to 7 inches in diameter and you want to cut a cross in the top. Put this on some baking paper and then place that onto a baking tray and put it in a nice warm area to let it rise. You want to do this for roughly 10 minutes. In those 10 minutes, you can let the oven preheat. You want it to either be at 250 degrees C or gas mark 8 to 9. Once your dough has risen and the oven is preheated, place it in the oven. You want to bake it for roughly 10 minutes at this high heat, and then after 10 minutes, turn the oven down to roughly 190 degrees C or gas mark 5. You want to bake it for a further 15 to 20 minutes, but just keep an eye on it so it doesn't burn. You'll know the bread is done when you take it out the oven, flip it upside down, give it a little tap, and it should sound hollow. If it sounds hollow, you know it's done. So here is one that I made earlier, and it tastes delicious with butter. Thank you so much for joining me today in this bakery tutorial to make a medieval rustic cob. If you enjoyed it and you make the bread yourself at home, let us know in the comments below. Likewise, let us know what you're going to eat it with. Are you going to have jam, butter, maybe even a little bit of honey? Also, if you want to know about York's medieval heritage, consider coming to Barley Hall. Here you can learn about the Snorsel family and the foods they would have eaten in the medieval period. Likewise, we also have the Bard at Barley Hall exhibition. This exhibition focuses on York's theatrical heritage and also features a lot of Shakespeare's plays.